What is happening, Pump Talk Nation? Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today, and we've got the inside scoop you cannot miss. The pace is relentless, the stories are massive, and if you're not plugged in right now, you're missing out on the biggest conversations happening. We're diving headfirst into the drama, the surprises, and the moments that have everyone talking. This is your essential update, the kind that shapes the narrative and keeps you ahead of the game. We're talking about relationship revelations that are sending shockwaves, with couples revealing they almost didn't tie the knot, defying all expectations set on screen. Get ready for the behind-the-scenes truth. And that's not all. We're also tracking the status of fan-favorite pairs from the hit reality series. Did they make it down the aisle? Are they still together? We've got the latest on where these couples stand today, digging into the clues and the whispers that have everyone speculating. The suspense is real. Plus, we're breaking down the ultimate decisions made at the altar, who said, "I do," and who said it's over. The finale moments were intense, and we're dissecting every single outcome. You don't want to miss a second of this. Make sure you're hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let's get into it. A surprise vow reversal. It turns out that one of the most talked about couples from the latest season of Love is Blind UK was actually on the verge of a completely different outcome than what viewers saw. Benaiah and Nicole, who have become a fan-favorite pairing, recently sat down for an interview and dropped a bombshell revelation. They had a pact the night before their televised wedding that they would not go through with it. Instead, they had agreed to say no at the altar and figure out their relationship dynamics off camera. Benaiah recalled a conversation with a friend where they both admitted that without the pressures and presence of the cameras, they wouldn't have rushed into marriage. He elaborated, stating, "Our hearts may have been telling us to do it, but our heads were saying, this is bonkers." It was a moment of stark reality check amidst the whirlwind of the show's experience. However, the narrative took a significant turn later that same evening. Nicole was listening to a voice note from Benaiah and experienced a profound realization that he was truly the love of her life, leading her to question why they should wait any longer to formalize their commitment. Benaiah, on his end, was also grappling with his feelings, staying awake until the early hours of the morning, contemplating the best course of action. Ultimately, he decided to follow his heart and commit to marrying Nicole, whom he described as a wonderful woman. The secrecy surrounding their relationship for over a year until the episodes aired did cause some ripples. Nicole mentioned that some of her family members were quite cross about being kept in the dark. Similarly, Benaiah's parents were not initially enthusiastic about his participation in Love is Blind UK, a sentiment echoed by Nicole's parents, who were unaware that the show could lead to marriage. The situation escalated to the point where a producer had to call Nicole's father to inform him of her engagement, resulting in his absolute shock. The couple also acknowledged that the prolonged secrecy had an impact on some of their friendships, with Benaiah noting, "It hindered some relations." However, he added that once their friends met Nicole, the initial upset about the process faded, replaced by positive reactions. This revelation has fans buzzing about the true nature of reality TV decisions. But speaking of unexpected turns, we need to talk about another couple whose fate hung in the balance. A wedding day, that left everyone guessing. The highly anticipated wedding episodes for Love is Blind UK have finally aired, and while some couples found their happily ever after, others faced significant hurdles. Bardha and Jed, who seemed to have a strong connection forged in the pods, ultimately did not tie the knot. Their journey was marked by promising beginnings, bonding over shared cultural backgrounds, and receiving blessings from their families. Even Bardha's initially skeptical friend eventually warmed up to Jed, showing support for their relationship. However, as the wedding day approached, tensions surfaced. Bardha revealed a disagreement that occurred during her hen do, stemming from a moment where she instinctively reached for her card to pay the bill after Jed insisted on covering it. This led to an argument on the way home, and the unresolved tension was palpable on their wedding day. Jed expressed his concern about not feeling heard, stating, "We were on two different pages. If I feel like I'm not heard, it will be a problem." Bardha, in turn, questioned the rush to marry, admitting, "Why do I need to rush into something if I don't know him enough?" On the day of the ceremony, Bardha made the difficult decision to say no, explaining that they still needed more time to get to know each other. She clarified that it wasn't a definitive no to their relationship, but rather a when we're ready. Jed, who had professed his love and certainty about Bardha saying yes in his vows, was visibly devastated by her decision. Bardha's mother was also shaken by the outcome. While Bardha expressed a desire to continue their relationship, Jed indicated he needed time apart before any potential reconciliation. The season's reunion episode was teased as the place where viewers would find out if they managed to make things work despite not marrying. Her decision clearly left Jed heartbroken, but for another couple, the path to the altar was surprisingly smooth. Love's fairytale ending confirmed. In the world of reality dating shows, finding a lasting connection can be a challenge, but Kieran and Megan from Love is Blind UK appear to have beaten the odds. Despite a complicated start in the pods, where Kieran was initially exploring a connection with another contestant, he quickly shifted his focus to Megan, sealing their bond with a heartfelt proposal. Their journey post-pods was remarkably smooth, with the couple seamlessly integrating into each other's lives and even defending each other during moments of cast friction. Fans have been eagerly speculating about their current status, especially since the couple doesn't directly follow each other on social media. However, eagle-eyed viewers have pieced together compelling clues suggesting they are indeed still married. Evidence includes shared vacation photos from Montenegro, where they were in the same location at the same time, though careful not to appear together in the shots. Furthermore, fans noted that both Kieran and Megan posted very similar Christmas photos, hinting at a shared celebration. One particularly telling observation was spotting them wearing matching bracelets, a detail that, within the show's context, often signifies a strong, committed bond. These subtle yet significant hints have led many fans to believe that their fairytale ending at the altar, where Kieran declared Megan his happily ever after, and Megan expressed her adoration, has continued off-screen. The anticipation for confirmation from the reunion special remains high, but the social media breadcrumbs strongly suggest Kieran and Megan are still very much a couple. While Kieran and Megan found their fairytale, the finale also revealed who else said, "I do," and who ultimately went their separate ways. The ultimate altar decisions revealed. The Season 2 finale of Love is Blind UK, which dropped on Netflix, laid bare the ultimate choices made by the engaged couples. After weeks of navigating the unique experiment of finding love sight unseen in the pods, the contestants faced the pivotal moment of deciding whether to marry or break up. For Billy Jervis and Ashley Berry, the path to the altar was fraught with Billy's reservations, primarily due to Ashley's demanding career as a flight attendant and their differing eating habits. Billy, having been divorced before, expressed significant fear and admitted he was split down the middle. However, in a last-minute decision, he chose to say yes, driven by his love for Ashley, telling her, "I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you." Ashley, who was fully committed, described him as everything I've dreamed of. On the other hand, Bardha Krasnicki and Jed Schumann, despite Jed's confidence and Bardha's acknowledgement of meeting the love of her life, ultimately parted ways at the altar. Bardha, citing the need for more time to get to know each other, said, "I vow to do all those things when we're ready, and I don't think that's today." Jed expressed a desire for time apart with the possibility of reconciliation. Megan Jupp and Kieran Holmes Darby, as previously reported, did tie the knot, finding their happily ever after. Similarly, Kal Pasha and Sarah Vercour Ojla also got married, celebrating their family's approval. The finale also saw the dramatic end of Javon Palmer and Katisha Atkinson's journey. Katisha called off their wedding after allegations surfaced that Javon had been flirting with other women. Javon denied the claims, but Katisha, admitting to prior doubts, decided not to proceed. Sabrina and Steven, who married in Season 1, later revealed a breakup due to long-distance challenges. Maria and Tom also broke up at the altar due to differing values, as did Demi and Ollie, though Demi left the door open for their relationship. Jasmine and Bobby, however, got married and even announced they were expecting their first baby. Catherine and Freddie did not marry, with Freddie citing timing issues despite Catherine's willingness. These relationship decisions are creating quite the buzz. Stick around for a quick recap of all today's top stories. And that's a wrap on another packed episode of Pump Talk News. We covered Benaiah and Nicole's near-miss wedding, Bardha and Jed's alter decision, Kieran and Megan's confirmed fairytale, and all the other major relationship outcomes from Love is Blind UK Season 2. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this update, subscribe to Pump Talk News for all your essential updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Let us know your thoughts on these Love is Blind UK stories in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.